Began with a developing story. The man suspected in the shooting death of a Roswell police officer did not appear in court today as planned. Edward Espinoza is accused of shooting and killing 24-year-old officer Jeremy Labonte. Less than an hour ago, we learned that he waived his first appearance. His next hearing is set for March 4th. The shooting happened Friday night while Officer Labonte was checking on a report of someone suspicious near the Ace Pickleball Club in Roswell. Today, people in Roswell continue to pay their tribute to the officer. 11 Alive's Karis Belger is there in Roswell, where that memorial has been set up in front of the police department. Karis, what do you know about funeral services for this officer?
Well, there will be a public viewing tomorrow, and the funeral service will take place on Wednesday. Both of those things happening in the afternoon. We have some specific details here. So we know that the public viewing will take place from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. The funeral on Wednesday is scheduled for 3 in the afternoon. Both of those are happening at Roswell United Methodist Church. And here near the police station, that memorial for that officer has been growing exponentially. It started with just a handful of bouquets. I was here Saturday when it just started, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and even in the last hour, myself and my photographer have watched as more people have brought cards, have brought flowers. They've been signing the giant poster board that's been set up next to this vehicle, as well as people come to pay their respects. This memorial was set up after the Roswell Police Department confirmed the death of Officer Labonte, and this morning I watched as some members of law enforcement and members of the public came by to pay their respects. The last time the Roswell Police Department dealt with this kind of loss was 40 years ago, but this is the first time an officer from the department has been shot and killed in the line of duty, and people have been writing messages and leaving cards. One person told me they left cards for Officer Labonte's family in the hope that those cards would make their way to his widow, and I have seen so many small tokens, a handmade wreath, some energy drinks, even a toy police car, all of that in addition to the numerous bouquets.
Overall, it shows how big this community is, especially for their officers. It's just absolutely wonderful they're able to do this. It's also heartbreaking, as we saw on the social media. There was a little kid that left a football that said, "Ever since we talked, I've never skipped class," and it brought tears to my eyes, his eyes, our family's eyes. So overall, shows how much of an impact he's made in the community.
And I've been reading a few of those tributes on those cards myself. I'll read one in particular that stood out to me. It said, "Thank you for your dedicated service, courage, and bravery. May you rest in peace, respectfully." And then the person signed their name just underneath of that message. So it's just an outpouring of sympathy, not just for Officer Labonte's family, but also for the police department that he served. In Roswell, I'm Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
All right, Karis, you don't have to know people personally for a tragedy like this to touch so many people. As we learn more about the investigation, we'll be sure to bring you updates on air, online, and on the 11 Alive News app. Melissa?